We're all taught in hair school that you should fill what was lifted out of the hair, and that's not necessarily true. You can categorize your fillers into 3 different ways: warm, neutral, and cool, based on the end result that you're going for. Because you have to think about it. If someone wants to go for their natural mousy brown, your fillers cannot be copper because it's going to reflect copper in the sun. So what we ended up doing is taking 3 different shades EQ formulas on these swatches. So the first fill is going to be warm. This is 08C on top of the blonde hair. This one is a crowd favorite, 08WG. And then the last filler was, believe it or not, 08GI. What I'm gonna go ahead and do is apply a color all over these 3 so that you can see how filling really impacts your end result. This one was 08C, which would be considered a warm filler, and you can see that 7NB over it, you get a much more warm effect. Versus when you use something like 08WG, this would be a much more like neutral filler, that the difference is, yes, while subtle in this end result, there's still a level of brightness, and there's also a saturation difference between the 2. Versus using a cool filler, so something like 08GI, where you're gonna get a much more softer and of course cool end result. Now, when you're formulating, you always need to think about, okay, what is the end result going to be? And then that's where you're gonna pick your filler on.